In the stage way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze. On each and every way, put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Tasting on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Tasting on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Tasting on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Tasting on my face like it's lemonade.
Flag on the play. Yeah. That's a flag on the play.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Sam Hubbard.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Check 180. Check 55 to Mike. You want this? Mike 55. Mike 55. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball.
From the gun, Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
1st and 10.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
He was
right off the bat. It's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Mixon on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
To John Ross.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard pickup.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Burrow. He may try and run for this. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Raiders are out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
At their own
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
3-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Minus 47. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Run. Check, 47.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 97 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
For the point
After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Buying time to his left. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Mayfield on play action. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Alex Anzalone. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's now 3rd down.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
47's the mic. 47.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Cincinnati.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the pressure gets to him again.
Red line.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Now Mayfield lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Let's go, B, let's go. Let's get
Mayfield now. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Cleveland Browns.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
29-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Going deep downfield for and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 52 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
At the 28-yard
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to look deep now for Landry. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. Browns add 6 to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Makes the score Browns 14, Bengals 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Burrow now off the bootleg. And this one's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. 57. Mike, 57.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Number 27, Kareem.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. No problem for the Steelers. They have opened that lead up a bit further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 11-yard line.
So it'll be second and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, 47. Hey, pick your game up. 47 Mike, 47.
On second and goal, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And this one is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Bengals.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Burrow once again here on second and 10. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
6-yard pickup.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down now, Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. They're passing here. Joe Burrow dancing to his left. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over.
He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And a Bengal first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
At the 11-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
And it's 3rd down.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, so a chance to take the lead here in this fourth quarter, but he couldn't get this one on target.
Everything looked good. The snap, the hold, even the distance. The only thing off, the most important part, the accuracy.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Mayfield. He's going up top for Taylor. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense. And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Short of the goal.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation. We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here we go with Burrow. He's going to let it fly.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Cincinnati.
John Ross with 7 seconds remaining. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And no doubt they had to go for 2 to tie the game. Now they need a miracle on the onside kick.
18.
They gave it their best shot. Can they pull it off here and maybe get one of those onside kicks that bounces perfectly, and they can grab it and run it all the way to the other end zone? That's what they're down to at this point.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Mayfield to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.